Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're tuning in from. We're back with episode 30 of The Vibe Online with me, myself, Karen, and Meg. So, welcome again. We are here this week and we're going to talk about the realization of true health and what this company really stands for and the mission behind what we do and why we do it, which is so important. And it's a great subject, actually, because it's something that we probably don't speak about that often, but there's lots of elements to it which people don't actually realize that, it is a business. We are here to make money. We are here to become financially free, time free, and location free, but also there's more to it than that. So we're going to give you a little bit of an insight into what the mission is, what the company stands for, and the three elements that are our main priorities for not just ourselves, but obviously the business as well. So, Meg, do you want to share a little bit about what this is first?
Yeah, of course, of course. So I'm really excited to bring this episode to you guys today because we probably touched on it briefly in our previous episodes. But truthfully, to have one episode fully focused on the mission and the realization of true health that we all embody within this business is quite special. So hope you guys enjoy this one. Yeah, I mean, it's amazing really because when you come into business and like Karen said there, it can be very kind of products and profit focused and sales focused, and it's all about making money or um, doing business essentially. And yes, there's obviously an element of that, but this just runs so much deeper. And when I learned about the mission behind this business, it resonated with me so much that it didn't matter what would need to happen. I needed to be a part of it. That it resonated with me so much because I was looking for something so much more, something with purpose, something that was going to make difference in the world and other people's lives, in my life. And when I learned about this, that was just everything encompassing. So there are obviously three main aspects in what we work around and embody within this business and this mission. And that is physical health. So that is our bodily health through our products, our financial health through the very generous compensation plan that we have attached to this, and then the mental and metaphysical health, which is obviously the support, the community, the personal development aspect of this. And so we'll share the mission with you. Now I'll just give you a little a snippet of it. So the Enagic mission is simple to understand. It is spreading true health. When it comes to the goals, the mission is the goal. By embracing the mission of Enagic, each distributor will be on the road to helping meet the goals of the company, no matter how lofty. Mr. Oshiro, who is the CEO of Enagic, would like each distributor to think beyond sales and profits and instead focus on the pursuit of Enagic's mission, which, ironically, if achieved, will lead to more shattered sales records and even higher profits. So what this means is they want us to think of the bigger picture and think really on a basis of helping each individual person that we get to connect with to help them experience and realize true health. And within doing that, we all experience true health within this business and this mission and get rewarded for it in so many ways. So when we look after ourselves and our own, and in all of those aspects that we've just spoken about, we're then able to share it with other people, and then it kind of ripples throughout the world.
Yeah, I love it. It's really important because if you think like this is my thinking anyway, it's like really, really simple. If your body and mind aren't fit and healthy, then how are you expected to run a successful business? Because you
Mm.
haven't got those three elements. It's very much like the oxygen fire triangle thing. So if you take one element away, something's not going to work. So with this, if you have poor physical health, but yet you're still trying to run a business and you want the financial health aspect and you want the metaphysical health aspect, well, the full piece is not going to come together because you've got that one element missing.
Mm.
And what I love also is when we work on the business to get to work on ourselves is part of the business. It's part of building the business. So at the moment, as me and Meg have mentioned previously, we're following a workout program, home workout on YouTube that we both do every single morning. But even though that is working out and working on your physical fitness, that's one aspect of this triangle. Now, the other aspect, obviously, the mental health, the metaphysical side of things, is looking after you. So Meg, you do a lot of breath work for that, and you do a lot of yoga, and you do, you know, journaling, etc. I read, I listen to podcasts, you know, I take time out. Running is like, obviously that's the best of both worlds as far as I can see. It gets me physically fit but also mentally fit, because it gives me just space to think and space to breathe. And for us to be able to do that while building a business, while getting a really good commission structure. Now, I know if I was still working my corporate job, I'd be like, so I'm going to go to the gym today for an hour, and then I'm going to sit and do some yoga and some breath work, and I'm going to work on me for a couple of hours. What? Could you imagine that? They were like, I don't think so. So it's really, really different, and it's really, really nice, the fact that, you know, it's really important to take care of yourselves. And with our previous episode, we obviously spoke about men's mental health right now, but mental health is so important for everybody. And I love the mission and the message and the compassion behind this business, that actually every single person means something. We're not just a number in here. You know, there's our leaders who are their leaders, who are their leaders, that are, you know, people that have been in this business for a long time, and they know every single person that's working and joined this business in their structure. You know, you have, like, you know, coming from the military background, the second Sea Lord doesn't have a clue who I am. Do you know? It's like very, very different, very different. And I'm sure CEOs of, you know, larger companies may be the same. They may not know who all their staff are, you know, and it's quite sad, because all they seem to be focused on, quite rightly so, I guess, is the financial aspect of building a business. But that's what we love. And understanding those three aspects, when you fully understand it, it just all just flows, doesn't it? Like, just all comes together really nicely. I kind of struggled at the beginning, I think, because I was so heavily into, like, I had been in the corporate world for so long. I was like, it was so alien to me to come in and start a business that was like, actually, Karen, you can go and do some personal development and work on yourself, and that builds your business. I was like, what?
Yeah, no, same. So when we talk about this, we say it's like 80% personal development, 20% like action and you know, physical IPAs and things like that, the income producing things. And when you think about that, how absurd is that? Like you said, in the corporate world, I'm from the corporate world as well, and it takes a bit of adjustment when you
Yeah.
come into an opportunity like this, and it's like, actually, the more that you work on yourself and you build yourself and you become the best version of yourself, your business is going to grow. You're going to become successful. And it's like, what? You know, where's the catch here? You know,
Where's the
you
catch?
ain't
That's it.
right. And I know that's one of the funniest things that we get told as well. Like, you know, it sounds too good to be true. What's the catch? This kind of thing. It's like, no, this is exactly what this business model is. You're able to develop yourself, work on yourself, make sure that you're fit, healthy, looking after yourself, and in turn, you're helping other people to experience that as well. And what could be more beautiful? Honestly, I really don't know. Um, but yeah, the more that you work on yourself, the more that your business will grow. And you know, when we talk about, so the word that you guys might have heard us spoken about every once in a while is the word Kangen. Now, Kangen is a huge part of this business. It relates to the products and the water, but also on such a higher aspect of this. So the word Kangen actually means return to origin in Japanese. As you know, this is a Japanese founded company, and it's now all over the world, global. But Kangen means returns to origin, and that's exactly what we get to do for ourselves. And that's why this word is so strong within this business. And the word Kangen really applies to more than just water. It's an important part of the bigger philosophy of this, and it's the idea that we're stripping away the things that kind of keep us from arriving at our destined state of harmony and balance. And there's 5 different types of Kangen. So this is really like stripping away everything and becoming back to the person that, you know, the people that we were always meant to be, those compassionate humans that we all help each other with. So there's bodily constitution, which of course is good health, as we say there with the physical health, fair and high income, which are the good earnings, which is amazing. If you guys haven't seen the compensation plan yet, what are you doing? You need to see it. It is phenomenal. We're talking like a month's salary within one sale, which is just amazing that we can have that available to us. Then there's quick returns as well, which is that rapid financial reward. We're paid within 5 to 10 business days of a sale going through, which is fantastic. And appreciation and compassion. So care for ourselves and for other people, because I don't know anyone that doesn't have that compassionate side of them. I know that we probably think that the world is an evil place and horrible, but truthfully, deep down at our core, we just want to help people. We just want to be happy, healthy, content people, and also for the world to be like that as well. And then there's that societal support. So that's the care of the community. And community was a huge part for me, really, because as someone that's fairly independent anyway, always has been throughout my life, to come into a community and think, oh my God, there's actually other people that are really kind and caring and want to help me and are supportive, that really took me aback to begin with. And I was like, oh my God, and because I never knew how to get vulnerable or anything like that. So the care of the community is a huge aspect of us all being able to experience true health as well. Because, we can often be like figuring stuff out by ourselves. And, it's just nice to have that space, that area to grow, develop, connect with people that are like-minded. And then you realize when you come into the community, if you haven't already, how thriving it is with people that are so much like you and I.
Yeah, definitely. And they say, don't they, that you become those of the top 5 people that you hang around with or spend more time with. And it's so true, because I think the majority, probably like at least 99% of people that come into this business start and they end up breaking friendship circles. They get rid of the toxic friendships or colleagues or anything that they have had in their life in the past, and they move in and they work with people and they make incredible friendships here as well, because you are with like-minded people. As we've said many a time, me and Meg's paths would probably never have crossed if it wasn't for this business. And now we have an amazing friendship where we're so scarily aligned. And I think that would probably be a good podcast actually to talk about, Meg, is like the things that we've experienced together since doing the business. But you make such great friendships, and you meet people of all walks of life, and ultimately everybody wants the same thing. Everybody wants to better their lives for some kind of reason, be it for themselves, ultimately their family, animals, kids, all different reasons. And that's the beauty of this, is the fact that you can come into a community of complete strangers in the beginning, and then have incredible friendships and make a huge impact into the world and others around you. And the fact that we get to do this, and network marketing as is the business model that we are in, does have like a stigma, or has had a stigma attached to it in the past. But really, ultimately, all it is human-based to base, face-to-face, human-based marketing. And that's all it is. It's creating friendships, it's creating relationships, it's meeting people that are like-minded, that want that change. We understand it's not for everybody. And again, we do reiterate that in a lot in our podcasts, because we're not here to push this onto anybody or everybody. We're literally just here to kind of educate you, give you some value about what this business is, what the model is, the ethics behind it. It's an actual company that has been around for 50 odd years. It's just about to hit acceleration in the market, which is phenomenal. Great time to start this. But you get all this with it. It's more than just a business. And the fact that you can sit and just have conversations with people and meet people. I love listening to people's stories. I love meeting people. I had a call with a guy the other day, which was great. And he's very passionate about helping young children understand the environment and sustainability of the planet, and how we can help that. And we had this great conversation, and he was telling me all these stories. And just to connect on that level, to hear the compassion in other people and how they want to help others, the planet, etc. But they've struggled to have a vehicle to allow them to do that. And then they find this. And then this
Mm.
becomes the vehicle that allows you to make whatever change you want to make in the world, whatever that may look like to you, is how you can build your business. You know, I'm ultimately doing mine for my family. Meg's doing it for her future family, and break the generational cycle. People do it for all sorts of reasons. And, you know, as true health is a lifestyle we should seek in the 21st century, this is a business program which allows infinite diversity and flexibility, overcoming various barriers and boundaries. And it's a human-centered technology nurtured by close communication between people. And that's really as simple as it is. So we want to spread the business mission statement and the circle of compassion and allow that to ripple throughout the globe. And that's really important that people kind of understand the whole pieces to the puzzle, if you
Mm.
like,
Mm.
and how that
Yeah.
feels when you become part of it.
Yeah, and like you touched on there, and hearing that conversation that you've had with someone about their passion for change in the world, I think there are so many people that feel that way. There are so many things that they would love to contribute to and make a difference within the world in whichever aspect it is, helping children, changing the schooling system, helping with, spreading, you know, health and nutrition facts and whatever it might be for you personally. Sometimes we can feel like, well, what's the point? Because I don't know. I'm just one person. How the hell can I make any difference like that in the world? And it can really feel quite heavy at times, right? Because you want the world to be a better place, but
Yeah,
then you come into something like this, and like you say, you see what it is doing around the world and rippling around the world, and the community as one aspect of it. But then you hear about things that like Gary Gann are doing in the Philippines, and they're clearing out
yeah,
the oceans of plastic, and there's so much happening. And then you realize this is where I need to be. Like, this is where the change is happening. This is where the impact is happening. And even if you don't have a bigger kind of passion like that, that is totally fine as well. Like, if you're like me and Karen, that yeah, it starts at home. It starts with us. We want to change our families' lives and the lineage that goes on like after us. But then if you want to be something bigger, and you have a bigger calling that is niggling, then this is your vehicle for everything that you could possibly want. And like it says there, infinite diversity and flexibility. And like we've mentioned in previous podcasts and not within our social medias as well, that it's so defined by you, your personality, how you want to live your life. And it really is you. Like, you are that person that becomes that vehicle. You are that person that becomes the business. And whatever that looks like for you, you can adapt it in any way that you want. There's not a set structure or rules to how you want to do this business. It's entirely individual and unique to you, which I absolutely adore. And especially with the metaphysical aspect of it and the personal development, is that you get to really return to who you are and embody that, and then share that with the world as well, which I just, above anything else, I just find incredible,
yeah,
because like, take me for example. I've got my VA business as well, which I adore. I love my clients and things like that. But if I didn't have Kangen and Najik, this business, I would probably be run down, burnt out, sitting in my office 12, 14, 15 hours a day, like, just not really feeling like there was too much purpose happening. Okay, I've got value, and I'm doing that for other people, but where's the bigger picture here? Like, how am I actually going to change my life? I'm not, I wouldn't be creating residual and passive income for my family and passing that on that's willable to my children down the line. I wouldn't be having my time, my location. Okay, I've got location freedom, but there's so many aspects of it that don't kind of add up. And having this business model that is then gonna give you absolutely everything that you could possibly want from it is just a different level of freedom, and the ability to have that on a doorstep and then share it with other people is just a really beautiful business to come into. And I don't know, I know Karen's been in kind of low ticket stuff before as well in a previous business. This was like, apart from my VA stuff, which kind of happened simultaneously, this is the first kind of business model that I've looked at and come into. Thank God that it is, because I know so many people within the community and stuff that have been looking for businesses and trying business models. I mean, Nate, he's had like 8 businesses previously,
Yeah.
that have tried and failed and tried again and never ever gave up. And then when they found this, they're like, right, well, this is something that is so phenomenal that this has taken me all the way. And then they've just been in this for the rest of the time. So we're talking to like experienced business owners as well that understand how business models work, understand the compensation plan, understand all of this. So when they find a Najik and Kangan and come into this business model, they're here and they're set for life. They found their vehicle that is going to take them everywhere. So yeah, just recognizing that you're in the right place, you have the right business model, and like Karen says, it's just about to hit acceleration mode. It's not even coming out of that just yet, and it's already
Yeah.
huge. It's already a billion dollar company that is, 40 increasing by 40% in the next 5 years, and it's never gonna stop. So starting now or being in it right now is honestly the most perfect timing to come on that wave with us, with everybody else that's within the community as well. So yeah, really special place to be.
Yeah, really special. And I think we are both very passionate about what we do, as is every other business owner that works with the Magic. And I think we can share that passion as much as we possibly do. But until you actually come in and step in and experience it yourself, I don't think you actually realize how special it is, and the community support that you have. Yeah, I was in low ticket and the community was very different. Very kind of more sales focused. There was no like, go work on yourself, go take some time out, go work on your mindset. Like, there was none of that. It was just a very different model. But then obviously coming across to this one and finding this one was a huge difference. And I was just like, I was just on that roller coaster straight away. I was like, I'm in, I'm all in. I'm
Mm.
here. This is too good literally too good to be true. Too good to miss out on.
Yeah,
Really,
absolutely. Yeah,
that's the key, is changing those words of, yes, it sounds too good to be true, which we hear all the time, but actually it's too good to miss out on.
absolutely. Yeah,
Which
and
is
when you come into this and you actually learn about it for yourself, then you see it for what it is and you understand. And was it competitive in the lower ticket marketing stuff?
uh yeah, yeah, really
Yeah.
competitive. And you had to really, really push sales each month to get you points to climb to that level that you were either at the month before or the month this month. But you relied on your team.
Mm.
And then every month you would reset and start from the beginning. So for us not to have that in this, where we just keep growing and accumulating, was just like, what? I was like, we what? We don't get everything stripped away from us at the end of every month and start again. I was like, huh? I'm in.
Yeah, yeah, no targets, no like restarting at the beginning of every month.
No,
You don't like lose your position in this
no,
business at all. Like
yeah,
forevermore, it's always there. Even if you needed to step away and take some time, or time with your family, or time to take care of your mental health, or if anything was to happen, your business stays exactly where it is, in the position that it is, and it's still thriving, it's still running. Because thankfully, as well, we've got the benefit of automation within this as well that you can fully,
yeah.
take a hold of and take advantage of. Yeah, I mean, it just doesn't really compare to anything else.
No, no, not at all. And it's just it for me, it ticks all the boxes. It gives me everything I want. Yes, it's taken 2 years of hard work to get to where I am right now, and the hard work continues. It just changes slightly with what my next goal is. And that's what I love. You move the goalposts every time you reach a different level in this business. The goalposts move that little bit more. Um, but you get to set them yourself. There's nobody there to tell you what you have to do or what you must do every day and what goal you have to reach and this target this month. There's none of that. And that's what I love. I put the pressure on myself to work hard because I know what I'm going to create for my family. So it's very, very different. And I still do very much work like I worked in the office. I
Mm.
think it'll take me a long time to kind of really lose that structure. I mean, it's only been like a month. But I do like the structure. Obviously, my partner's still working, so for me to still work the kind of like 8 to 4 or 10 till 2, whatever, it's only like 4 hours a day now, isn't it? But I still work. It makes sense for me to work the times when he works, and that's the beauty of this, is like, you can work it once you're out of your corporate job, Meg, which won't be soon. You can work it when Mike still works, and then when you're both free, you get to choose your day completely and run it round every lifestyle. So when you have your nieces and nephews and all your family over and stuff like that, you choose when you want to get the business done, either before they come or after, or take the day off. There's nobody to answer to anymore, and that's really one of the huge bonuses for the mental health side of things. It's like there's no pressure. You don't have to ask for a boss for time off. You don't have limited annual leave. All these pressures that everybody falls into, the pressure of like, how many people out there, how many of our listeners, like, Christmas is like a week away, not even a week away.
Mm,
Uh, how many of you have got the time to spend with your families and your loved ones? How many of you got that time off? Is Financial pressures are on us every single Christmas, because there's so much bullshit out there in the world where you have to buy presents this and you have to buy presents that, and everything's just about money. And where's the true meaning of life and Christmas and all these kind of things gone, where it's more about the meaning behind what you do and why you do it, which brings us straight back to the mission of the business here. Is There's meaning behind why we do this. There's a meaning in every single aspect of what we do. Everything is just so commercialized now out there, and watching people fall into these situations where they work their ass off in a company every single year for little recognition, very little pay, very little time off, miss out. I mean, I've done it all, missed out on all those moments with your family, whether you've got kids or not. Everybody's got some kind of family, parents, aunts, uncles, grandparents, whatever, to then have the financial pressure to have to buy them presents every Christmas to keep up with the Joneses kind of thing. And it's a very sad life that we seem to be falling into. And I don't want my kids and the next generation to continue this pattern and continue this cycle. I mean, in 100 years' time, they're talking about us having no food. The planet might not even be here. That's a really scary thought. So, like Meg said earlier, if you think you're one person coming into this and, oh, I'm not going to be able to make a change because it's just me, well, how about you bring other people in, share this with everybody. If you find something you love, you want to share it with everybody and as many people as you can. Not everybody's going to listen to you, but if you can then make an impact on one more person's life to come in and do the same, and then they do one, and the next person may do two, that's the ripple effect started. It's like a domino effect. You, instead of knocking people down, you're doing it the other way, and you're bringing them in and you're lifting them up. So, you know, one person, to be able to change one person's life, and that one person changes another person's life, is a huge place to be able to be in. And that's what we get to do. And so many people start this and they're like, oh, I never even realized like there was more to it than just running a business, which is really special.
yeah, yeah, it really is. It really is. And to touch on that point of Christmas, what this does is it releases that pressure
Yeah.
financially, but most importantly, quality of time with your family. There's no pressure of getting back to work, or the stress that you weren't able to let go of in work, or just such a minute amount of time with your family. Being able to release all of that pressure and have as much time as you like, because you're able to just manage your own time, and then also treat them should you want to, because the financial rewards are phenomenal. And what means the most, and that's what is so like strong for me, and I know for you, Karen, is that's what I want to be there for my family. I want to be that present mum. I want to be that mum at Christmas that's in the kitchen making a beautiful meal for them and having everyone around the table and just being like, there's no stress, there's no pressure, everyone's just having the time of their life, and I'm able to spend real quality bonding time with my family. That is the ultimate goal. with,
Yeah.
and that's what this business model is all about, is releasing all of those kind of those limits and those restrictions and that stress that we all have in today's society. So yeah, a really, really special mission, and I'm so pleased that we were able to share it with you guys today. And I hope that you resonate with some aspects of it. And if you are interested to learn more about it, or to be a part of it, and that's what it is. You're able to be a part of something that's so much bigger than ourselves, that will change your life and change other people's lives down the road as well. So think about this. I mean, like we've mentioned in previous podcasts, they've now put in, what is it, 100 or 200 year business plan
Yeah.
for, like, and what does that tell you? What does that tell you? That tells you that they are not going anywhere. They know what change and impact this is making across the world, how many lives this is changing, and really this is part of the new world and where we're going. And so many of us want to be a part of something like that and have that purpose, and be able to, be part of something more and make an impact and being part of a change. So yeah, if you're, as always, like we always say at the end of every podcast, our inboxes are always open. You've got us both on Instagram, and if you haven't seen already, I do have a new Instagram page. It
Yes,
is
you
at
do.
courage, yeah, at courage to create change. Please give me a follow and check me out over there. I'd love to connect with you guys. If you're from my previous page, or if you're brand new listening to this podcast as well. So yeah, I think that probably wraps us up for today's episode, doesn't it?
Yeah, it wraps us up really nicely. So yeah, guys, as Meg said, I hope you've enjoyed this episode and taken some value and kind of understanding more about the business, what we are, what we're all about, and why we love what we do. Ultimately sits and starts and ends with the mission. So
Mm.
yeah, go give Meg a follow on her new page. It's great. You'll love her content. She's getting out there now. And share, guys, share the podcast with others that you may even have mentioned the business to. And, just a snippet of value for them with a true understanding of what this is may just be that change that they need to listen to make that next step, to be that next one person that makes a change in the planet. So yes, I hope you all have a wonderful, well, it's Sunday here for us. Whatever day you do tune into this, have a wonderful day. And we will be back next week, which will be after Christmas. So we will be sharing a little bit about how we survived Christmas and how we fitted that into business, I guess.
Yeah, for sure,
Or
because
any other
that's it.
secrets?
Exactly, exactly. We're still in this container at the moment doing our DMOs, so they will continue throughout the period, because our dreams don't stop. So I hope you guys have a great week and a beautiful Christmas as well. Honestly, just enjoy it. Enjoy your Christmas, your New Year with your family, and we will be catching you very soon.
Yeah, have an amazing Christmas, guys. See you soon. Bye.
Take care.